Hello, the forecast for Australia and New Zealand coming up in just a moment's time. First to the Asia-Pacific region and the bigger picture, the earlier satellite picture, still quite large amounts of cloud across the Philippines, indicating where we've had further heavy and thundery showers. This area of cloud to the east of the Philippines could bring further heavy rain as we head towards the weekend. Meanwhile, further north across Japan, South Korea, eastern and northern parts of China, this band of very slow-moving rain has the remnants of what was Typhoon Mangkhut embedded in it, so that's just enhancing the rainfall in places. As we head further south across China, things are looking a little bit dry. In fact, actually for much of Indochina, fewer showers around, but they do get going as we head down towards Bangkok and Singapore. There'll be some spells of sunshine in between. So here's our city forecasts for the next 5 days. A fairly mixed picture in Osaka over the next few days. In Beijing, a good deal of sunshine, temperatures around about the mid-20s in Celsius. Across to Australia then, well, we've actually got an area of high pressure across much of the country, so it's fairly quiet, but I'm sure you can notice this area of cloud through the interior, bringing some unusual rainfall in places and also some much lower temperatures. Also the chance of a few showers just clipping the coast of New South Wales and Victoria. And for New Zealand, for the end of the week, well, there's some showers around, particularly for the North Island. They will tend to pull away, but we're looking at something a bit more unsettled for the South Island later in the weekend. But here's our city forecast for the next 5 days. A mixed picture in Sydney, some sunshine in Perth. Hello, time to get the forecast for South and Central Asia. And over the past few days, we've had quite a deep area of low pressure in the Bay of Bengal. You can see this swirl of cloud here. It's been bringing heavy rain, some strong winds, particularly through the Bay of Bengal, around the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, some rough seas here. And there's further heavy rain. Now on Thursday, we've still got warnings in place for the likes of Andhra Pradesh, Orissa and into Chhattisgarh. You can see that as we go into Friday, that area of rain starts to slowly transfer its way a little bit further north and westwards into the likes of Madhya and Uttar Pradesh. So we're going to see further heavy rain, some flooding is likely, and some heavy rain working into southern parts of Maharashtra, some showers for Karnataka. Further north, well, we've got an area of low pressure across Kazakhstan, and that's been generating more clouds, some showers, particularly to the north of the country. Also some strong winds as well. Let's head further south and could just see some heavy rain just fringing the far east of Pakistan. Notice how those showers start to get going across southern parts of Maharashtra into parts of Karnataka. Kerala should have a mainly dry day, although some showers still likely for the Maldives and for Sri Lanka. Much of Tamil Nadu mainly dry, perhaps some rain just to the north of the state. But you can see here, it's the northern and eastern states seeing the heaviest of the rain over the next few days. So for Mumbai, things looking dry as we head through the latter half of the weekend. Plenty of sunshine continuing in Islamabad, partly cloudy in Dhaka. And this is how it's looking in Tashkent. Some good spells of sunshine, temperatures in the mid to high 20 Celsius, and dry with some sunshine in Karachi. Hello, the forecast for the Middle East coming up shortly. First to Africa. And the bigger picture, the earlier satellite picture, these clumps of cloud giving an indication of where we've had the heaviest of the rainfall in the last 24 hours, stretching from the Ethiopian highlands, further westwards into Chad, Cameroon, parts of Nigeria, and then also further westwards into Ghana, Sierra Leone and the Ivory Coast. And it's these areas, particularly through the Gulf of Guinea, which will continue to see further heavy rain through Friday. There'll be a fair few showers continuing across the likes of Algeria, Morocco and into Tunisia, and still a fairly cool feel across the far south of South Africa. But there'll be some sunshine continuing in Johannesburg, temperatures hovering around the mid to high 20 Celsius, and it looks like it's going to stay dry for the next 5 days in Cape Town, with temperatures just starting to rise a little. Here's our city forecast for Khartoum, Casablanca, Kinshasa and Lusaka, and it's going to stay mainly dry with a good deal of sunshine. Across to the Middle East then, where the sunshine is in plentiful supply. There'll be a few showers through the Caspian Sea and perhaps just northern parts of Turkey, but for most it continues dry. Lots of strong sunshine. Bit of a breeze blowing through the Persian Gulf, also down through the Red Sea as well, so quite breezy along our coasts here. And that breeze just extends along the Arabian Sea coasts as well. But a lot of dry weather as we go through Friday. And here's the city forecast. As you were really, plenty of sunshine. It's dry and it's hot. That's all from me. Bye-bye. Hello, there's some heavy rain in the forecast for parts of Mexico. It's all tied in with a tropical depression. You can see the cloud associated with that on the earlier satellite picture, and we'll come back and talk about Mexico and the Caribbean in just a moment's time. First to South America. I'm sure you've noticed a lot of cloud across southern parts of Brazil into Uruguay, and that's connected with the earlier heavy rain and showers. More of this to come through Thursday. There'll be some sunshine in between those showers, but we'll see quite a few heavy and thundery showers stretching their way through parts of Bolivia into Peru, into Venezuela and Colombia as well. Head further east across Brazil, fewer showers, much more in the way of sunshine. And we've still got some fairly high temperatures across some parts of Brazil, higher than they should be for this time of the year. And again, those temperatures will be rising over the coming days across northern parts of Argentina. Meanwhile, it stays quite unsettled across much of Chile, some snow given any elevation. So yes, those temperatures on the rise in Buenos Aires over the coming days, 25 or 26 Celsius. Then it turns a little bit cooler again through the second half of the weekend and into early next week. So allow for some heavy falls of rain, particularly across northern parts of Mexico. There'll be heavy showers as we head further south, and those extend into parts of Guatemala and Honduras. A scattering of showers across Hispaniola, Cuba and Jamaica, probably fewer than we saw earlier in the week, and it should be mainly dry for the Lesser Antilles as we go into Thursday. So here are the city forecasts for the next 5 days. 1 or 2 showers around in Kingston, but otherwise dry with a good deal of sunshine. Hello, more severe river flooding for the Carolinas and Virginia over the coming days and weeks as the rainfall from Florence continues to work its way through the river systems. Meanwhile, keeping an eye on this fairly large area of cloud, it's across northern parts of the Midwest and the plains into Montana, and then stretching its way down through Colorado, New Mexico, and down towards northern states of Mexico. And all of this will be very slowly pushing its way north and eastwards over the coming days, but bringing further heavy rains and thunderstorms as well. And particularly this area of rain across northern parts of the plains and the Midwest, falling on already saturated ground, so further flooding is likely. To the north of it, we're in some cold air, so for the likes of Saskatchewan, I'd like to see further snow at times, and we'll see further showery rain across northern parts of British Columbia as we head further south. And we've got a lot of dry weather, but you can see how that rain just starts to develop and will be pushing its way into parts of Texas and up through the lower Mississippi Valley over the coming days. So it's a fairly cool, showery feel in Vancouver. Should be mainly dry in Seattle through the weekend once those showers start to clear. Further east, well, again, we've got that cold air across northern parts of Canada. That will start to tuck in to Montreal over the coming days. Head further south and things are looking drier. But yes, as I mentioned, still that severe river flooding for the Carolinas and into Virginia. There'll be further heavy showers across Florida as well. But a real dip in temperature in Montreal as we go into the weekend, despite some sunshine. Stays mainly dry in New York. Bye-bye. Hello, we've got some very unsettled weather across parts of Europe at the moment, particularly to the north of the continent. Multiple areas of low pressure have been barrelling their way across the British Isles and on into Scandinavia. We've seen gusts in excess of 90 miles an hour across Northern Ireland and 100 miles an hour across western parts of Norway. Some stormy conditions overnight for England, Wales, southern parts of Scotland. That then transfers across into Scandinavia on Friday, and outbreaks of rain draped across the Low Countries through Germany and down into France. Much quieter further south and east across Europe, dry with some sunshine for Greece, the Greek islands, Turkey and Cyprus, but further heavy squally showers for Sardinia and Sicily. Should be mainly dry across much of Spain and Portugal, a bit more cloud to the far north, bringing some showery rain. And here we have our front extending across France into Germany, up in towards the Low Countries, bringing some outbreaks of rain and also replacing the heat with something much fresher. And that front continues to work its way south and eastwards across Europe on Saturday, bringing heavy rain and some strong winds. Meanwhile, more rain arrives into the British Isles and we see a big drop in temperature across a large swathe of Europe. So here's the city forecast for the next few days. Fairly unsettled weekend in London, some outbreaks of rain in Paris as well, but some sunshine returning here through the early part of the week. It stays dry with plenty of sunshine in Madrid, but a big drop in temperature in Berlin. We've had temperatures in the early 30s Celsius, back down to the mid-high teens next week.